Alright, so good day once again, hard coders, and also to my students. So last um, video we already uh, log in into our login form, going to our main form using our credential from the database. Okay, so now in this video I'm going to show you how to add accounts from our create account form to our database. Okay, so now we will create account form, and then do the unnecessary adjustment. Okay, so here again I change the from border style to none. Okay, so here inside I just copy the panel from my login form for me to create a panel. Also here a border in my create account to make my life easier. You just copy and paste the panel. If you would like your form to have also a border. Okay, so just delete the minimize and X label. Right, so do some little adjustment now. I'm pasting text boxes for my fields. So here in our create account form, we need to have a 4 text box for the full name, username, password, and confirm password. Okay, so just copy and paste the components, and later on we will just have to rename the important components to its proper variable, proper naming convention. Okay, so for those components that not so important, it's okay to leave it by default. Okay, just like labels, we don't need to modify their data, so we just leave their default variable. Okay, so what we need to change is the text fields or text boxes, the buttons. Okay, alright, so here I'm going to drag the button for my login and save, and then also I'm going to create a button for my back to login form. Right, so just adjust. By the way, I'll just showing you the basic design for this one, and for your own system you can have your own design also if you want this, if you want your form to be okay, so here just rename all those variables. Important one is I'm gonna name this btn back, and then this one is btn save. Alright, now that we already rename all those components, we are now going to create a code for our X button. So it goes. So now we're going to create a function if our button back is being click. We want our form to direct to the login form. Now here, if I click save, I'm going to create an open and close connection for my database operation. Then of course we go to our database operation to create a function for adding an account. Okay, so I'm going to do this public static void add account, open close, and then initialize cd into my SQL command, since a cd is my SQL command. And also do not forget to put the comma to fill in connection and query. So here we have, here in our TB accounts, we need to insert into TB accounts, and then two open and close parentheses, in between them type in the values, and then just fill in first how many values you need to use, how many columns or values you need to use. So since we are using full name, username, and password, that is why I created first the single quotes, 3 single quotes for the right parentheses. Then for the left side is the columns that we are going to use. So I'm going to use a full name first, and then username, and also our password. Okay, so here inside, in between single quotes, you have to put 2 double quotes, 2 plus, and then in between them is the variable you need to pass, which we've been created a while back. The string user, full name, username, and password. And then we go back to our login. Then let's try to put some function. If I click the create account, I would like to redirect that into my create account form. Of course, we need to hide the form, the login form first before showing the create account. Okay, so click, and then there you have it. So type in back, and then now we will go back to create account to put some codes. So in between the open and close connection, I'm gonna call the add account function, and again, don't forget to put commas in order for you to have a guide on what are those parameters that you are going to pass. Okay, so since it asks the full name, so I full name, username, and password, so I call the text boxes itself. Now create account, and let's try this one. Okay, so Jude Sigma, and then save. Okay, so let's try to refresh. Oopsie, we have an error. So it says I have a wrong spelling password. So that's the right action. Respond. You have to read the bug. You have to read the error. Okay, do not close the debug right away if you see that. Okay, so reading is very important. So now let's try that again. So it was Jude Sekpo, and then click save, and then let's try to refresh. Okay, let's try to click that again. I think we missed click on. Alright, so that's it. So if I save again, you have duplicate entry. Okay, so now let's try to put some message right after the data is being saved to your database. Okay, so here under the functions, I also want to create a function which is MB for my message box. Okay, so that every time that I want to use message box, I just have to call in this function. Okay, so take note that I miss the spelling, so it should be message, not M. Right, so you will see some error after that. Change that into message, and then let's try that. Create account. Okay, PedEx admin, save, and then successfully inserted. Let's try to check the database. Okay, so there you go. Okay, now what I want to do is to have a password masking. Okay, password character. Okay, and also I would like to check right before I save my data if the password, text field password, is equal to the confirm password. If that is true, I would like to execute this code. Okay, and then if that is false, I'll have to call in the MB function from a message box, and then I have to say password not match. Okay, so let's try this one. So let's try to create a dummy account. Okay, so ME. Okay, so let's try to put some dummy password, and then password does not match. Okay, so if you have match password, it will successfully insert that into your database. And then now I want also every time the password is not matched and the data is inserted, I want to clear my fields. So now we are going to create a function for clearing the fields. Okay, so just call in. So it should be not static type of void, because we are talking about the components. We don't like the components to be shared to another classes. Okay, then so I remove the static right there. Now, so we'll just have to, after you have successfully inserted your data or the password is not matched. Okay, so just type in the text. Do not forget to put in that text. Okay, so just have to call and clear fields and it will do its work like magic. Okay, utilizing OOP, object oriented programming. Okay, so Maria. Alright, so if I click this one, it's not match, it will automatically clear the fields. Okay, so not match, clear the fields. And if I have correct information, the password and confirm password is matched, it will save and clear also the fields. Okay, so that's it for now. Okay, so there you have it. Bye.